I look at some listings, figure out what people are doing wrong. If you guys haven't watched this before, my name is Ryan. I am the co-owner of Jay Stays. We create awesome Airbnbs. We have hosted over 6,000 stays, done over $10 million on Airbnb, over like 4,000 five-star reviews, probably higher now. Really good at this, know what it should look like, but we know how to make awesome places. And the biggest thing that I try to hammer home is that everyone's Airbnb, if it's similar to other people, you have a commodity, and the only way to compete with a commodity is to lower your rate. So, what I want to do and what we're very good at is decommoditizing listings, meaning that we make them unique enough to where you can't just, someone can't look at your place and then look at your neighbor's place and say, they're the same, which one's cheaper? What we want them to do is look at your place that's much more expensive and your neighbor's place and say, do we want to pay more for this experience, or do we want to pay less to get a worse experience? And that's the decision making we want them to do. We don't want it to just be a price thing. And the way to do that is by stacking amenities correctly, by having a higher level design. Like, just, I always say there's no silver bullet to any of this. You really just need to stack these golden BBs up just right, one on top of the other, to deliver a great stay that has a high demand to it. So let's get into it. I'm using a different software today, so let's see if I can make this bigger. There we go. All right. So I don't have a place picked out today. See what they're recommending. I've never looked at Palm Springs. Let's check it out. So what I always do, scroll down to the bottom, and let's find the listings on the back of the page. I have no settings in here. I have no amount of people, no time frame, no length of stay, nothing. And so these are the places that are showing up last in the listing. You can see it's a mix of super, super nice places and, average homes. Let's hop into a nice place and see why it's towards the back. There's a lot of good ones. So this one's a guest favorite. On the very back of the page, has good reviews. Let's see what's going on. 2 night minimums. Minimum isn't an issue. Let's pick a date further out. Decent cancellation policy too. Check out their reviews. I think they just got one lower one. Super nice place overall. The exterior is, pretty crazy. But the interior is kind of boring. It's not why they are on the back though. So not sure what is stopping them. They got a lower review, but a 4-star is not low. And then obviously, you did not like them at all. It's on Instant Book, right? I think it's on Instant Book. Yeah, I'm not sure. Might just be some randomness going on right now. Maybe they're more occupied than everyone else too. Their availability, see how far out you can book. I mean, you can book a year out. So they're open, but maybe they're more occupied right now through June and July. So Airbnb looks at a lot of things. The booking experience is what they want to control, and why they will push certain properties or not. Overall, like if you get pushed to the back because you get booked enough, that's not a bad thing. It's just going to happen. They're not, I'd say they have probably the right amount of occupancy. It is not busy season in Palm Springs right now. I wouldn't imagine. It's pretty hot the rest of the summer. I imagine it's the winter that's busy for them. So maybe they have more occupancy than most, probably because their place has this as the first photo. You got pickleball, pool, golf, giant chess set, like a lot going on here for sure. A movie theater, game room, like they've done it all. So they've done a good job overall. I could get into the nitty gritty of the design, but they're nailing it, 85-90% of the way there. So not sure exactly what's going on, but like I said, it's probably just maybe they have more occupancy than the rest of the people. Let's find a place that is a little lacking. They all have pools. This one does not. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Let's do this guy. They're just weekends. So they don't use pricing software right off the bat, I'll tell you. And Justin, if you see this, reach out to us. Offer you a free evaluation on your property. I'm happy to sit down with you on it. But they're not using pricing software. Every day is the same. Let's go towards a little further out. Yeah. So every day is the same throughout. They also have a 4-night minimum, which Airbnb is going to punish. But if you look at their listing, and I could see this right away, is they're only booked weekends. You see all these weekends booked. That usually means the weekends are too cheap and your weekdays are too expensive. This is the importance of utilizing dynamic pricing. You want your weekends to be more affordable than your weekends. You should have a blend of both. But people just booking weekends, that usually is that sign. I see it a lot. But every day is the same. And then, like I said, 4-night minimums. I get the reason behind it. And some people can get away with it. Now, I always mention this. If it's working for you, keep doing it, right? If you're making enough money and the protections make sense, it's all a risk reward. The less days you require, the more sketchy the clientele can be. So you want to use your judgment there. If I want to make the most amount of money, the absolute most amount of money, I would do a 1-night stay. But I would never actually do a 1-night stay because that risk reward isn't worth it to me. Now going down to a 2-night makes more sense. It does limit the parties, whereas 1-night would have a much higher rate of parties or bad guests. But the further you push that out, not only is it inconvenient for the guest, Airbnb is going to punish you, and that might be one of the reasons why they're pushed towards the back page, because they're going to punish you because that booking experience for the guests is going to be harder, meaning that if they want to stay here but they're only going to go to Palm Springs for 3 nights, they can't stay here anymore. So they're less likely to show a place that will be convenient for someone. Other reasons are also the cancellation policy and how available you are. So how far out you're available. Looks like they're out almost a year, probably 9 months. So we want to look at all those things, and this is just optimizing again. Like if your mortgage is low and you're making money doing what you're doing, and you don't need to up your risk at all, don't do it. But if you want to absolutely make more money, then you need to come down from the 4 nights. And they're obviously doing it right now. Maybe it's for the next 30 days or something. It's just 2 night minimum right here. So lots of reasons they could be doing it. But let's get into the property. Also, I'm not sure what this means. Movie Colony East. Maybe there's a reference there. If I don't know what it means, though, it means a lot of people don't quite understand it. Usually you want to start your title off with some kind of descriptor, some kind of adjective, luxurious, oasis, whatever it is, something there, and then start listing off the amenities. We'll look at the description too. Description's not bad. They need to really turn all of this into bullet points, though. It's a lot to read. And honestly, throw in some emojis there, it just looks a little bit better. Silly as it sounds. Good reviews, though. So they're doing a good job. Appreciate that. Taking care of guests. So I don't put mine in photo order here. Airbnb tries to make you do that. I don't mess with that. The reason being is I just click to look at the pool, and now I'm taken here. Now I have to find it. So again, if I want to see, oh, something specific about this picture, where is it? So, but you really can't undo it once it's done. So once it's there, it's there. I can't help you on that, Justin. So I'll look at the design real quick, scroll through. All right. So pretty basic design. There is no real theme running through the home. Some of the areas feel a little bit modern. Some of the areas feel kind of retro. And theme, I don't mean, like Harry Potter or Mickey Mouse theme. You just want to have cohesiveness through the whole place. You want to have the place feel similar. This place feels a little bit like it's someone's home. First and foremost, this TV is way too small. I don't know if that's the only place for a TV, but we got to figure that out. And it's just a lot going on that doesn't feel like it was purchased with intention to be a Airbnb, at least. Again, this is someone's home. You walk in, it's a fantastic house. But for an Airbnb, it's a little too eclectic with everything going on. And then, like I said, the kitchen almost feels a little retro. Maybe it's just the microwave doing that. But it's a nice home. I appreciate the curtains. I appreciate that they're not grommet curtains. I would love a rug under the bed, not over here. That would be fantastic. Especially, it looks like it's some kind of hard. I'm not sure what that is. Same thing in here. Something hard, almost laminate looking. Looks like one giant piece. Maybe it's some kind of stone. But like this, rug under the bed, curtains, that's good. So the biggest amenity here, even though a lot of people have them, is the pool, right? Palm Springs, I'm sure you would absolutely need one. It gets very, very hot. But the one thing that's really missing with this pool, it's not really dressed up very much. There's no floaties in the water. There's no string lights going on back here. You're really not setting the mood too much. I feel like they could use a little bit more seating out here as well. I appreciate some umbrellas, but I would love to see some string lights. I would love to get some twilight shots, night shots to show off the sky, show off the experience being back there. This looks like the front porch area. They have some string lights, but really needs to be by the biggest amenity. You really want to dress this up and showcase it to where right now, the way it stands, it looks a little outdated. And also, like, let's clean up any of the stuff in the pool when we're taking photos too. I imagine these photos aren't professional. Um, and if they are, they should really be telling you to clean that up. But floaties out here, night shot, some string lights, really set the experience, and see what other amenities too you can get in the same shot with that one would be really, really great. Other than that, it's a, like I said, decent house. It's really what's hurting it right now is the theme, the 4-day minimums, and they're just shooting themselves in the foot by not using dynamic pricing. I'm sure they're getting some really, really good reviews actually, just because people are probably snagging it cheap in certain aspects. They don't know. There's no person on the planet that can do their own pricing as well as software can. It's just not possible. It's too much, too many changes, too many things you don't know about. All right, let's do another. Some of these places are super, super cool. This is a great little backyard seating area. So they have dynamic pricing, changes every day. Didn't seem too full. No, they're pretty open. Let's do this actually. So decent cancellation policy too, nothing crazy. So I didn't look at the other places, but this place isn't adding a charge per guest. It's an easy place to add some more revenue to your bottom line. We do it above 4, depending on the place, but this place sleeps 13, so 4 through 13. You could add anywhere from $15 to $45 per person. Every place is a little different depending. Let's look and see the reviews. Not bad, just a lot of 4 stars. Nothing crazy. 3-star. This is the old one, though. It shouldn't be affecting you. Just check out the design. Twilight shot, I was just talking about. This picture looks blurry. I wouldn't use it. Super nice house, again. I hate a small Keurig for 13 people, but it should be a full coffee maker in there. If you want to keep that too, or have a cappuccino machine or an espresso or anything like that's fine, but there should be a full coffee maker. It's a cool place overall. It Now, I'm not a designer. I just know enough to be dangerous, but it doesn't feel cohesive again as well. I feel like they're trying to, like, I love the color of this green back here, this little shot in this room. I wish I knew a little bit better. Not one to say this, but I wish they had a couple shots that were zoomed out so I can get an idea of what the rooms are. But this looks cool right here. This is like one idea right here with this color, the rackets, game room, all that. I am all in on that. I love it with all this stuff. But then you get to these colors and it feels like a lot of primary colors going on in the living room. You have yellow, pretty basic yellow stools, then a really deep bright blue couch that kind of looks like it's one of those couches that unfolds itself out of a box. This does not look, this isn't a very expensive look. Maybe this couch is super expensive, but it doesn't look expensive. There's just a lot of mix match. And then outside, there's a lot more pastels going on. So I just feel like it's a little bit of confusion on the design. I do actually feel like it was possibly designed professionally, but I'm not sure if they did a great job. I understand what they're going for. You want contrast, you want color. We always want to have the contrast, but some of these colors do not look great together. And some of it's just too much color. So color is fantastic, but if you're using a lot of basic primary colors throughout, it can cheapen the place too. And this is a super nice house. And so I don't feel like the furniture is adding much to it. Like, I know these chairs well. I don't love them in here too. At least they got floaties in the pool. I love a twilight shot of the pool. I love the loungers. Umbrellas are fine. Twilight shot here, but I wish it was like this shot. Twilight would be great. Little record player. I like the curtains. I just don't like all the colors going on here. Like, this just feels different. It just doesn't feel cohesive throughout. Like, this feels aligned more with the living room brand, but this doesn't feel aligned with that either. It's like they did each room. It's like one person did each room differently. Like they're having a contest. Here's your Nespresso. Now get a regular coffee maker, please. And show it's available. Like, this is cool and all to show this, but this isn't available to them. Show, do they have creamer? Do they have sugar? Do they have coffee? Do they have Nespresso pods? What are the options there? Do they need to buy anything? Looks like the only game too is that Pac-Man as well. I would add a little. I would have put a pool table instead of a couch in this room if it would fit. So it's just a little jumbled. All right, one more, and I gotta hop off. All right, only 6 guests here. Strict pricing. They don't really have maybe 2 bookings. A few in August. 3 night minimum. So again, 3 nights going to hurt them a little bit. It looks like they're also not using pricing software. They're getting good reviews. Again, people are probably stealing the place when you're not looking. But I'd love to see some 2 nights, at least during the week. Really like to see it all the time, though. But they have a horrible cancellation policy, a month out. That's also going to push you back. So this could be an awesome place. We haven't gotten into it yet. But these two things right here are ruining the booking experience. And so Airbnb is going to push you back. So people will have to work harder to find you. Bullet points, love it. Love it. I love a few emojis in there, but great description. This title is horrible. So this doesn't tell me anything. Maybe mid-century. All homes should be private. But we need, again, it should be luxurious or spacious, whatever, some kind of adjective. Mid-century home with pool and whatever other amenities you have. You have 50 characters up here. Use them wisely. No one is. This isn't telling them. You want quick hitters because people see this right away. They click on this first photo, which this photo does about 80% of the lifting. I didn't even get into everyone else's first photos too, which one it should be. But they click on this photo and then they need quick hitters up here. Tell me more about the home so I stay. This photo gets them into the listing. The rest of the listing has to sell them. So this is going to continue to sell them, get them to look at the rest of the photos. So this photo, title, and then the other 4 photos as well. And they're not showing a whole lot here. So I don't know if they have any more to show. Let's get into it. These chairs again. Same chairs that were at the last place, except for the ones there were like a greenish blue. I understand you want to show this, but this is a horrible photo. I would retake it or get rid of it. It's a beautiful backyard, honestly. Ton of photos. Probably a little too many. But all right. Hey, the pool looks a little green at night. I don't love that. For your night shot, it's just green. It's probably the liner, but I don't know if there's anything you can do about that. As I said last time, though, would love some string lights going across the pool. Would be cool, at least from the palm trees, something. It'll add a little bit more to these photos. I feel like they took them themselves. I would get a photographer to take them, make the sky a little bit more vivid, a little more interesting. I feel like they're going for a very classy place, which I appreciate, but there's a lot they could add by still keep the class up. I'd love something over on the grass over here. I don't know if they have a grill even. I love mid-century homes are some of my favorite, but amenities are going to matter more than the mid-century. For people, they're not going to just stay there for that. It's going to be a small demographic. But all this grass area over here, I would love it if they're just like yard games, even something like that. Something, those aren't expensive, but just add to the overall experience of You could either be in the pool, you could be over here, you could be grilling over here, whatever the case is. I would love obviously a hot tub too. Just, you're stacking that amenity. A pool by itself is a huge amenity. It's going to have its own gravitational pull, but it I just looked, and almost every listing I saw, I think every listing I saw had a pool. So that's like kind of the foundation in this area. You have to have a pool, or there's no point of even listing. So then, if the pool is the foundation, we have to keep adding on top of that, keep niching up, and keep getting it more and more specific to where other people with pools can't compete to your place. Now you have a pool, the place is overall nice. I can get into the design a little bit, but it's really the amenities that are going to matter here a lot. Is you pool, nice place, and then you have other amenities too, to where the other people might have a pool, a nice place, and a hot tub. You have a pool, nice place, a hot tub, and yard games and a grill, and whatever else that you can add. You have to think through that. It could be a sauna, it could be a workout space, it could be something simple. I mean, I feel like mid-century modern would lean easily into like a yoga mats and such, workout style. Like I said, overall, love the home. I would love some big rugs though in this place. The floors look very, very hard. And I would love a little bit more color, and you can add color with class. We don't need to come in here with orange or pink, but we need some color to contrast these photos a little bit, especially since these photos, looks like most of them are taken with the lights off style, which can be a little dull naturally. They can look more magazine quality, but they're not as interesting on someone's phone when they're scrolling. So color could help with that as well. They have at least a coffee maker, but overall, a good place. I would say it's towards the back because of the booking experience more than anything. Your reviews are decent. Like, your reviews are really good, actually. And yeah, a few of those changes, like I said, I would get some professional twilights. This mountain ridge would be awesome with a purple sky behind it, not just at night. Get some string lights, get some more, a few little stacked amenities back there. And I tell people that all the time. And they're like, "Oh, I actually have stuff. I already have all that stuff." Well, who cares if you already have it? Take photos of everything. So if you don't take photos, it doesn't matter. I also didn't see kid things. I don't think I saw them in any of the places I looked today, like a high chair or pack and play. So I'm not sure where those are, but if they have them, they should definitely take photos of them. But all right, I gotta hop off into my next thing. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Any of the people that I looked at their places, come across this live, let me know. Happy to look at it with you together for free. Anyone else wants me to look at their place, reach out to us, jstays.com or at jstays on Instagram. All right, I'll see you guys later.